Hello guys, today we are going to dive into something super exciting, an unboxing of the solar battery wireless security camera. I've been eagerly waiting for this to get my hands on, and this is finally here. As you see, it is nicely packed. The brand is ViziUUY and it shows that it's a solar battery wireless security camera and the model is VZ3PT2. So with no further ado, let's open this box and see that what is inside this box, and I will go over all the features of this camera. Okay, let's open this box, and as always the packing is sleek and professional and giving off that high quality vibe. So I will open this protective covering and I'm expected to see the camera as soon as this box gets open. So with no further ado, let me open this box. This is the protective covering. So the protective covering is coming off. Very nicely packed. And let's gently open the box. First thing I see inside the box is some decals, 24-hour surveillance. So you can just stick it on the outside of the door or outside of the property. Then this is a quick start guide. It's a solar charger and how to install it, how you are going to install the bracket and all those things. We'll go into this in details once we have all the components outside. So let's keep this aside. Then the actual manual. So it says that it's again the another quick starter guide, but a little bit bigger, and it has different contents which shows that what's included, product overview, app installation steps, mounting the camera, registering the account, setting up the Wi-Fi for the camera, and if you have any questions, those questions, and then whatever is included in the camera, those are also listed over here. Then there is some activation code to get the video tutorial if someone is not interested in going through this manual. So that is another part. Installation of the apps. So there are QR codes for the iOS app and the Android app. Yeah, looking at the manual, it's very neat and it shows that what should be done and what should not be done, how to install it and how not to install it, and so those kind of things. So yeah, first impression on the manual is it's pretty good and detailed, and it is basically anyone can follow the manual and install the camera. So now here is the first component, and this looks like a, as yes, you guess it, it's a solar panel. Let me keep all those things here. So this is the solar panel. Nice. It's not like it's a kind of high quality solar panel, I could say. And then inside the box, very nicely tucked camera, and this is the actual camera. It gives you the dome like view, and these are the antennas which will go like this, and this is tilting camera, so you can move it in 360 degrees. I hope it is, if not 360, but definitely it is going to be 355-degree tilt. We will go over those things also. There is a protective covering on the sensor. There is a protective covering on this entire sheet also, which we have to remove during the installation process. So this is another part. Then some hardware. So this is the bracket on which we are going to install this camera. So let's keep that also here. Then some USB cable. This will allow me to connect this camera to the computer. So we will go over that one also. And what else? So yeah, there are few templates are there which will allow you to install this camera very nicely on the wall. So there is no guessing work that where you have to drill the holes. So these templates are going to be useful. Why two templates? Because one is for this and the smaller one is for the bracket, which will go like this. Okay, as you see, there are 3 marks, 1 2 3, and this bracket also has 3 holes required to install this bracket on the wall. So this is smaller template for the bracket, and this is going to be installed. This is for the larger template is for the actual camera. And as you must be wondering that where you are going to install it, there is one more part which I didn't remove, and that is this one. So this will go on the wall like this, and then the camera will get installed something like this. It will pass like this, and this will be on the wall. So your camera will look something like this. I'll show you that in details. So yeah, so basically what you have in the box, let's go over those things. Anything else? I don't think anything else is there in the box. So what you have exactly is the camera. This is the camera, then the solar panel, then the bracket on which you are going to install this solar panel. So these two goes together, and this is the bracket to install the camera itself. So this bracket is for camera, then some connecting wire, manual, very nice manual, and some decal. So yeah, that's it pretty much what we have inside the box. Now let's go over the key features of this camera. For that, I'll go to the box, I'll refer the box, and as you see, it is a smart home surveillance camera. You can remotely access the video, and you can have the two-way communication from the camera using the app. The app is free. Then you can store the entire footage or the video which you have recorded on the micro SD card. Micro SD card you have to install on the camera itself. It is inbuilt over here. Let me show you. You see underneath the camera there is some slot is there, and I will open that one just to show you that where the micro SD card will go. And this is the place where the micro SD card has to be installed. This is a reset button, and this is a power button. Then it has enhanced HD night vision, so that means you are going to get the very good video quality at night time too. And it has an intelligent motion detection. As I mentioned earlier, there is a sensor, so this sensor will allow to detect any kind of movement in front of the camera, and in the app you can set up that sensing, and you can get alert via the app. And lastly but not least, of course, the clear two-way audio. So basically, if you would like to talk from the app to the person who is in front of the camera, you can do that too. That's it pretty much on this one. Same thing is given on this box also. It has a HD video, two-way talk, micro SD card, alarm notification, and Wi-Fi connection. Let's go further and install these brackets where I have to install the camera, and then we will set up the camera. But prior setting up the camera offline, I'm going to just charge this camera using this cable. So basically this will go here, and this will go to the computer or any USB port which will allow this camera to get charged. So before installation, we are going to charge the camera. Once it is charged, then initial charging is required to set up the camera, but once it is charged, then the power is going to get from the solar panel. So this is just the one time step which you have to perform. So just connect this power cable like this, and now once this is done, charge it using this USB port. So I'll just put the port over here, and as you see, as the camera is charging, this red light is on, and I'm expecting this red to go either green or blue when the entire charging is done. So once this charging is done, I will install the camera, but while this charging is happening, I'll go and install the brackets where actually I'm going to install the camera. So this is the place where I'm going to install the camera, and for that I have to make 3 holes. Using this template, I'm going to mark those 3 holes over here. It's pretty straightforward. So first, either stick this one or mark the holes using this template, and once the holes are there, then we are going to attach this anchor over here, and the camera will be installed on this one. In the same fashion, I'm going to install the solar panel over here. So for that also I'll mark the holes. So let me do that part and show you that how the installation has been done of the camera, and then we will set up the camera in the app. I've installed the bracket, and this particular camera is going to go on this bracket just like this. It's pretty straightforward. I'll show you that once it is done. And this you have to connect to the solar panel. So now, before installing this camera on the bracket, we have to configure this camera in the app, and for that I'm going to install the app and show you the steps how to configure this camera in the app. Scan this QR code of iOS, and it automatically shows that app scan QR code. So it takes me to the app store, and this is the app which I have to install. So get this app, and the app is installing right now. So once that is done, it is a small, very lightweight app, so it is not going to take more time. Once it is done, we have to register an account as per the manual. As I mentioned earlier, the manual is really nice. So the first step in this entire setup is registering an account. So as you see that the Cloud Edge app has been installed. So I'm just going to open this one. So the app is open. Now it is asking for the account ID and the password. Since this is first time we are doing it, you have to click over here, sign up now. So I'm going to go here and just put my email ID, and my account has been registered. Once this is done, you have to register the camera, and as you see on the page number 9, everything is written over here that what needs to be done. So over here account, and now we are going to set up this camera in the app, and for that the steps are basically on page number 10. It shows that how to register this particular camera on the Cloud Edge, and to register for registering the purpose for registering this camera, we need few things to understand in this camera. At the bottom of the camera, you'll see one compartment. Using this flap, you have to open that compartment, and then there are 2 buttons over there. On the right side, the button is the RST button, that is the reset button, and on the left side the button is called as the power button, right? So these are the 2 buttons which you have to get familiarized with, because these 2 buttons we are going to use it during the while adding the camera to in the app. And then there is a slot is there. So this slot is for the micro SD card, in case if you have to store the videos from the camera in the micro SD card, if you're not going to use the cloud service. So that's it pretty much. Now The next step is basically log in to the cloud edge and then tap the plus icon in the center, tab battery camera to add the device. So for that, we will switch on the camera and I will open the app and show you this process. Now we are going to add the camera to the app, and for that you have to either press the plus sign or just click on this add button. And all these steps which I'm showing you here, those are also given in the booklet. Just follow the booklet steps and or manual steps and you should be good. But let's add the camera. So I'm clicking on this one, and then you have to select the type of device which we would like to register in the app, and in this case we are going to register the battery camera. So I'm clicking on the battery, then it says that hold the device power button to start the device. So I'm just going to hold the power button to start the device. Currently the device is not in on position, so I will click on the power button, which is the right button, and the device will start. You will hear the beep also. Okay, so the device is on. Now next step is click on the next button in the app. It says that please reset the device and off for 4 to 5 seconds and wait for flashing red indicator light, and for that you have to press the reset button. So let's press the reset button, and the power button will go off and then it will start flashing. Till that time continue holding the reset button, and now it is flashing. You will see it is flashing. It will okay. Now click on next and provide your user ID and password, and once it is done you have to go to the next step. Now the operation instructions are, you have to scan the QR code using the app. So basically when you click on the next, you will get the app, you will get the QR code in the app. That QR code you have to scan using the camera. So I'm just going to click next. So this is the QR code. Now hold this camera and scan this QR code for 5 to 6 seconds, and as you see, you hear that beep, which is basically the QR code has been scanned. Now click on next, and as soon as the QR code is scanned and it registered, you will see the red light change to the blue light. So now click on the next, and this is the camera which we just registered. It has been added successfully. So now click on next, and you could add that camera or rename that camera using this one. So I'm just going to rename this camera to patio camera and say okay and say done. Now it says please use 50 FVN or power adapter to fully charge the camera before using it. We have already charged it, so no need of charging it further. So next, put camera and phone at the place of the installation. Next, and as you see, the camera is registered and it is in mode, so it is getting the video stream from the camera. The Wi-Fi signal is strong, everything is good. It's still getting the video stream, and very soon you are going to see the video streamed by this camera. It is 67%, 72%, and I'm going to just say play, and as you see, you could see the camera, and this is the patio. So let me now install or hook up this camera on the mm, clamp, and you will see that how nicely the view looks. See here. And the camera is in place. The only thing is I didn't install the solar panel, which is a piece of cake. But now let's go and operate this camera and move around this entire um, dome to rotate it in the direction where you want it, so that you can get the feeling that how you can operate this camera from the operate this camera remotely. Before the installation, or while using the camera, just remove this protective covering, which I have not yet removed, but that is what the case is. And this is what a very good view of from the camera coming live to my phone. Now if you just press this little bit, you will see there are different options available in the menu. So this will allow you to move the camera in the direction where you want. So as you see, very nicely you could change the direction of the camera and see that where you want to focus it. And I'm getting now entire 360-degree view of the camera. So it can go horizontally in all the directions. That is one part. It can go up and down. As you see, very nice view and very crystal clear view of the entire area. You can go up and so on. Now if you want to start the communication, of course this is in the backyard, so I'm not going to have the communication, but you could literally, if someone shows up in front of the camera, you can start the conversation using this mic, and you could hear that conversation from here, from the camera. Yeah, that's pretty much. So it's pretty nice camera, good to have in the front or the back of the home, and it will give you the entire view of the surrounding of the house. I will put the link of this particular camera in the description below, so that you can buy. And on top of that, as you see, there was some alerts were coming. So those alerts are because of the movement in front of the camera. So you could set the alerts in the app. So that is also a good feature.